That's me checking out a yard sale, and I had found this 1970 Sportster XLH, and it is really rough, but it's cheap. Well, I just got the bike home here, and I gave it its first wash, and now I'm stripping it down. All the parts off of it are all full of rust, and I have to tear this whole thing down, right down to the engine. And the only thing I could really save on this bike is the engine and the frame and the gas tank and the oil tank. So is it mission impossible? Well, let's see. Here are all the rusty parts I have scattered on the floor here. Everything's full of rust. All the chrome. Everything. Check it out, all these rusty old parts here I had to strip off of this bike. Spokes and all the rims are shot. They're old and they're full of rust everywhere. Now, when I started this build, I never intended this to be on YouTube, so I didn't film everything I did, but I think you'll get the gist of it. Now, over the years, I squirreled away a lot of really nice stock parts, and I'm going to replace all of these older parts here. These wheels are totally shot here. All these old aftermarket pieces, like this old mirror right here is, probably back in 1973 or something like that. These old style mirrors. I mean, this bike was really full of rust. It's got rust everywhere on it. Shocks are just gone, and I mean really shot. Now I know most guys would have parted this bike out and all that, but I have a different intention, and I got it cheap enough, so I'm going to bring this one back and put it back on the road again and save another iron head. Another battery box there. It's turning green. It's so old. Look at this. Old style foot pegs, kinked up chain. Not good. Check out these J.C. Whitney handlebars. It's from way back in the day. Check out the then came Bronson rear fender I have. Like Jim Bronson had it back in the day. Riding down that long, lonesome highway, bound for the mountains and the plains. I used to watch that TV show a long time ago. Then came Bronson. But I think he had a 69 Sportster. All these old parts are going to go in a big box, and that's that. All right, now I have the bike on top of the skid, and I'm just starting to fit things now. It's all mocked up. Okay, now I have brand new oil lines installed. I rebuilt the circuit breaker as well, the whole thing. And I rebuilt the tach drive inside the circuit breaker. That's all operational. The tach drive works good. And I rebuilt the stock HD1 carb, so that's all set to go as well. And yeah, I know it looks rough now, but it's step by step. And I'll get it to look like it's brand new again. It just takes a little bit of time. Yeah, I know it looks all scrambled up now, but after I get done with this bike, it's going to look fantastic. All in the process, guys. All in the process. I rebuilt the top and bottom trees, brand new bearings, brand new grease in there, so they're all set to go. Extremely crude now, but after I get on with it, it's going to look good. Just a can of worms now, but I'll straighten everything out on this bike. Okay, XLH, these are hard to find. XLCH, they are everywhere, but it's hard to find an XLH one. Extremely rare. I painted the oil tank, chain guard, and the headlight shell black. K2 paint. Turned out beautiful. Check out the gold paint job too. It turned out fantastic. Nice and deep. Turned out really, really nice. Now, I don't have to wet sand, or I don't have to buff my paint jobs, because they come out of my spray gun just like a piece of glass every single time. Straight out of my spray gun. I have no dust in this paint work. Just a nice clean paint job. Nice and deep. Man, I love to paint though. That is my #1 favorite thing to do. I just love to do paint jobs. We have the engine now, it's still in the rough, and I'll hand detail it out so it looks like it's brand new again. Every single nut and every single bolt on the engine is going to look fantastic again. Now it's crude, and the whole thing's a mess right now. Like I said, it's just mocked up now, and it's still in the rough. Stage at a time, piece by piece, and step by step. The only aftermarket parts I have on it right now are the two rear shocks, and I'll paint those springs black, just like the stock ones were painted. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably going to saying, "Oh, that's not right," and "That's not right," but don't you worry. I'm going to straighten this bike out perfectly until it is looking just the way it's supposed to look back in the day when it was brand new. So yeah, it's all in the rough. Like I keep on saying that over and over again. Because when you mock things up like this, it's always crude, and all the nuts and the bolts and all that stuff, and everything's just kind of hanging out there, But but all you guys who have restored bikes before, you've done the same exact thing, Now my brand new oil lines all installed. And they route right underneath the starter. Yeah, back in 1970, they had the cylinders painted black. But I don't like black ones. In fact, I never did. I just can't stand them. So mine are just like they came back in '69 and all the way down, Argent silver. I'll polish up the side cases here, and so they look like they're brand new again after I'm finished. And I'll detail out the whole bike. Don't you worry. I'm building a street bike. I'm not building a show bike. Okay? And so I'm not going to fuss about a lot of little things, So all the patina that is in the chrome and things like that are going to stay like that. Except I'm going to polish them all up. But I think it's going to look good after I'm finished with it. Stay tuned for part 2, and I'll keep on building this bike until the whole thing is done. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I would appreciate it, guys. See you soon.